Hello, welcome to Higher Ground Gaming. This is Eric. Today we're going to play another game from the 1978 Red Sox replay, featuring the Red Sox against the Oakland Athletics. The Red Sox started September off in a good way in yesterday's game, September 1st, by beating the Oakland Athletics. And so a good start there, and I believe that's 3 games in a row now they've won. So see if we can go for game 4 wins in a row here against the Athletics. And Rick Langford is going to be on the hill for the Athletics against Mike Torrez. I was going to say pitcher number 2 for the Red Sox. Eckersley is the ace so far this year, with Torrez just slightly behind him, but very close. Both having fine seasons, better seasons than they did in the actual season. So without further ado, let's get this game underway.
Welcome to the stadium for today's ball game.
Alrighty, so this is game number 134 of the season, and we've been playing a lot more of these games lately as we can taste the end of the season coming. So we'll probably feature this game more and more on our channel and try to wrap up that last month of the season and get to the hopefully the Red Sox will make it to the postseason and then go against the AL West champions, whoever that may be, and then maybe on to the World Series. So kind of a what if. But we still have to get there in the first place. So we'll see what happens. So Mike Torrez on the hill, 14-6 record. Only 2 wins off of his win total for the season. He was actually 15-7 coming into this game. So he, as you can tell, he definitely did not have a great September, as he finished 16-13. So in September, he went 2 and 5. So he had a abysmal September. So hopefully we can have a better September here and get the Red Sox to the postseason. So again, 14-6, 3.14 earned run average. So that's definitely a much better ERA so far. 207 hits. 207 innings pitched, 194 hits. So a much better ratio there. 68 walks and 100 strikeouts. And a surrendered 6 home runs. And again, though, he did have a bad September. So his stats, or actually, his record was not too far off from what it is now. He was actually 15-7 coming into this game. So, still fairly close to that, so hopefully we'll see what happens here. So all right, so for the Oakland Athletics, it's going to be Del Alston will bat first and play right field. Dave Revering, the first baseman, hits second. Rico Cardi is the DH, batting third. Mitchell Page, having a fine season, bats cleanup. Rico Cardi also having a fine season and plays left field. Batting fifth is the catcher, Bruce Robinson. Mario Guerrero, the shortstop, hits sixth. I almost said Tim Duncan, third baseman. Taylor Duncan is the third baseman, hitting seventh. I think it's Joe Wallace, I want to say. Yeah, Joe Wallace The center fielder hits 8th, and Mike Edwards, the second baseman, will bat 9th. So that's your lineup for the Red Sox. In the outfield, Yastrzemski is going to get a start in left. It's going to be Yastrzemski, Lynn, and Rice will play in right field. Evans battling some injuries. Will not start the game, but I believe he is available off the bench. Hobson, Burleson, Brohammer, and Scott in the infield, just like last game. If the game is close, we probably will take Hobson out and move Brohammer to third and bring in Remy, if he's available, which I think he is, to play second in the late innings. So that way to shore up our defense there. Behind the plate, Fisk and Mike Torrez on the hill. Mike Torrez is horrible at holding runners on, so Oakland will be running most likely if they get runners on base and they have any speed. So Fisk with an above average arm, though, behind the plate will hope to negate some of that advantage. So, all right, so it's a average night here at Fenway. So Del Austin steps into the box. He comes in hitting 197 with a homer and 9 runs batted in, very close to his actual stats. Although he looks like he's cut down on the strikeouts, so not quite as many strikeouts, and not running as much as he has been. Although he probably will run today if he does get on. So Torres looks in for the sign from Fisk. Hobson and Scott in on the grass. Here's the windup and the pitch. Mr. Brody in the co-host seat. Get ready to call this game. It says Go Sox. He's got his purple dinosaur there. And the blue duck. So it's going to be out the 6th column. Oh, already we have a home run check. That is going to be hit a long way, and that's going to go into the gap. It's going to get down and go to the wall. Lynn races and gets to the ball, but not before Alston is in there with a double. So a leadoff double for Alston. And right away, the Oakland has a runner in scoring position with nobody out. Dave Revering, the first baseman, up now. He comes in hitting 241 with 13 homers and 46 runs batted in. So Torres working out of the stretch now. Looks at the runner. Looks in for the sign. Kicks and delivers. It's going to be off the 3 column. And that's going to be a ground ball to Brohammer. Races in quickly. Barehands it over to first. Just in time. So Alston will easily move up to third with less than 2 out. That'll bring up Rico Cardi, who they got from the Blue Jays. Comes in hitting an even 300. Having a fine season, though. With 36 homers, already 5 more than he has in his actual season. With 99 runs batted in, equaling his total there. Also has 21 doubles, equaling that total. And 1 triple. So Torres looks in for the sign from Fisk. Looks at the runner. Kicks and delivers. It's going to be off the 5 column. And that's going to be a fly ball to left. We'll see if he's going to test Yastrzemski's arm here. Yastrzemski moves under it, grabs it for the out. No chance for a play on the runner who scores for Oakland. So it's deep enough to score the run. And Oakland takes a 1-0 lead on the sac fly by Rico Cardi. So Mitchell Page up now. He's also hitting an even 300. With 17 homers and 68 runs batted is equal to his home run total. Has 2 more RBIs to equal his total for RBIs. Has 5 more triples than he did on the actual season, as well as 5 more doubles. So he's having an excellent season, even better than his actual season. His average currently 15 points higher. So the base is empty with 2 down now, 1 run in. Torres kicks and delivers. Now at a full windup, it's going to be off his 5 column. And that's going to be a ground ball back to the mound. He'll get in front of it. Oh, it's a rare play here. Let's see what that is. Takes a funny up over the mound. Torres gets it and throws it to first. So that one catches a piece of the mound, but Torres sticks with it and throws him out 1-3. But Oakland gets on the board on the sacrifice fly by Rico Cardi. And after 1/2, it's Oakland 1, Boston coming up. Rick Langford on the hill. He's faring much better than he did in his actual season. His actual season, he was only 7-13. So far, he's got a winning record, 10-8, with a 2.75 earned run average. 160 innings pitched, 132 hits allowed. 40 walks and 69 strikeouts and has surrendered only 8 home runs. He surrendered 15 in the actual season, so he's cut down on the home runs and the hits, and that's led to 3 more victories, and it's still a month to go. So Langford going for his 11th victory today. So the defense behind Langford is going to be Page in left, Wallace in center, and Alston in right. Wallace average range, Page and Alston below average. Fairly high error rating for outfielders, especially Alston in right. Page and Alston with below average arms, and Wallace in center with a slightly above average arm. Duncan, Guerrero, Edwards, and Revering in the infield, all below average range, except for Edwards, who's average, and all with fairly high error ratings, especially Guerrero at shortstop. So Robinson is behind the plate once again, below average range, with a fairly high error rating. Langford, very good above average range, and very short-handed and average at holding runners on. So the Red Sox lineup is as follows. Rick Burleson, the shortstop, will lead off. Jack Brohammer, the second baseman, bats second. Right fielder Jim Rice will hit third. Getting a start in left field to captain Carl Yastrzemski, bats cleanup. Behind the plate, Carlin Fisk hits fifth. Freddie Lynn, the center fielder, will bat sixth. The boomer George Scott hits seventh and plays first. Third baseman Butch Hobson hits ninth, and Bob Bailey in the lineup. Oh, that is not good. Bob Bailey is horrible against righties, so he's probably not going to last more than an at-bat. So Bob Bailey does not usually get a start against righties, as his card is awful. I think there's only one batter I saw that was worse, and I can't think of who it is. I think he plays for the Baltimore Orioles, but I think there was one batter that was worse that had absolutely nothing on his card. Bob Bailey, I think, at least has a hit by pitch or something, you know. But the other batter has like absolutely nothing, other than maybe a couple of range checks. So Burleson steps into the box. He comes in hitting .278 with a homer and 41 runs batted in. So Burleson had 5 home runs on the season and has only 1 so far. Not a very big power threat, but not displaying as much power. Although he does have 8 triples, and which is 3 more than he did on the actual season, and two more doubles than he did with 34. So we'll see what he can do here. So Langford looks in for the sign from Robinson, kicks and delivers, and Burleson will get a good one to hit here. And that's going to be a base hit to left. So Burleson's on with a leadoff single. That'll bring up Brohammer. Let's see. I don't think Brohammer's a great bunter. Let's check Brohammer's bunting ability here. Oops. Brohammer's bunt. He's a B bunter. I think we're going to have Brohammer bunt here. Not a very high average, although he has 10 points ahead. Comes in hitting .244 with 19 runs batted, and we're going to have him lay one down here. He's got an 81% chance, so we're going to go for it. And Revering looks at second. The first baseman throws over to first with Edwards covering. So that'll put him in scoring position with 1 down for Jim Rice. Rice comes in. He's seen his average dip below 300 now for the first time in a long time. .299 with 37 homers and 108 runs batted in. So Langford looks in for the sign. Looks at the runner, kicks and delivers. It's going to be off the 3 column. And that's going to be a base hit past Guerrero. And we're going to send Burleson home, 75% chance. And they're going to cut the throw off and allow the run to score. So RBI single for Jim Rice ties the game at 1. I bring up the captain, Carl Yastrzemski. Hey, Miss Maggs. Miss Maggs is joining us here. He's conferring with Mr. Brody here. Perhaps getting ready for getting this 7th inning trivia question ready. So Yastrzemski up to the plate now. Yaz comes in hitting .285 with 15 homers and 63 runs batted in. Langford looks in the sign from Robinson. He kicks and delivers. And that's going to be off the 4 column. That's a fly ball to center. Walls is there, and he'll make the catch for out number 2. All right, that'll bring up Carlton Pudge Fisk with 2 outs and a runner on first. He comes in hitting .297 with 16 homers and 71 runs batted in. So Langford will look in for the sign from Robinson. Shakes one off, nods his head, gets set, kicks and delivers. And it's going to be off the 1 column. And that's going to be a ground ball to Guerrero at short. Fires over to Rovering, and that'll do it for the Red Sox. But they do score a run on an RBI single by Jim Rice. And the score is tied 1-1 after 1. So Bruce Robinson comes to the plate now. He's hitting just .195 with 2 runs batted in. He'll lead it off for the Athletics here in the top of the 2nd. And it's going to be off the 4 column. And he's going to draw a walk. So I'll put a lead runner on first for Guerrero. Hobson and Scott are going to play in on the grass, expecting Guerrero to bunt here. Comes in .255, 4 homers and 46 runs batted in. And it's going to be a bunt. Scott races in, scoops it barehanded, only plays the first. So I'll move Robinson in the scoring position with 1 down now. So that'll bring up number 7 hitter Taylor Duncan. .252 hitter on the season, 3 homers, 17 runs batted in. Chance to give Oakland back the lead. It's going to be off the 4 column. And that's going to be a line to Hobson. He snow cones it and makes the catch for out number 2. So Robinson holds at second. So we have some scores here. Chicago's on top of Baltimore 2-0. Texas edging Milwaukee, which is good news, 1-0. Medich battling Augustine. Unfortunately, the Yankees are bombing Seattle 8-0. California edging Toronto 1-0. Detroit and Kansas City scoreless. Cleveland and Minnesota also scoreless. So Joe Wallace up now. With a chance to put the A's ahead with 2 down. .256 hitter in the season, 7 homers, 32 runs batted in. It's going to be off the 4 column. And that's going to be a fly ball to left. Yastrzemski should handle this one. Gets in front of it. And make the catch for out number 3. So the score remains 1-1 as we head to the home half of the 2nd. It's going to be Lynn, Scott, and Hobson if anybody gets on Bailey. So Freddie Lynn comes in hitting .297, right where he should be there. 22 homers, equaling his total for the season, and 75 runs batted in, just 7 behind there. Has 4 more doubles than he did on the actual season, 37, and has equaled his triple total with 3. So it's going to be a range check on Edwards. He's a 3 range, so 1 to 4 will be a hit. He'll get in front of it. And makes the play over to Revering for out number 1. So Lynn is retired. So that'll bring up the boomer, George Scott. .258 hitter, 13 homers and 49 runs batted in. 1 more home run than he had on the entire 1978 season, and just 5 RBIs behind his total. So it's going to be off of his 1 column. And it'll be a big cut by the boomer. Swing and a miss for strike 3. So 2 outs now. Brings up Butch Hobson. Hobson, .278 hitter, 13 homers, 56 runs batted in. And it's going to be off the 4 column. And it'll be a ground ball to Guerrero. 1 to 6 will be a hit. Oh, and it's going to get through. Yes, I think it's going to get through. It's going to... Scoops it up. No, he does scoop it up, but Hobson's going to beat it out. As the throw was on a bounce to Revering. A stronger throw would have probably gotten him, but instead Hobson reaches on an infield single. So to bring up Bob Bailey, as you can see, the only good on his card is getting hit by a pitch. And there's not really even any range checks on this. So there's really nothing good that can come from Bob Bailey here. So we want a 4, 5, and 6. We want this to go off the pitcher's card. So here we go. Bob Bailey comes in hitting just 183 with 2 runs batted in. And thankfully it's off the 4 column. We'll take that. And Bob Bailey is going to get a opposite field base hit. So a rare base hit for Bailey off of a right-handed pitcher. And we're going to send the runner to third. 1 in 16 chance. And they're going to cut off the throw, holding Bailey at first. So a single by Bailey puts the runners at the corners with 2 down. Top of the order, Hobson up now. Burleson up now. He singled his first time up. Burleson with a chance to put the Red Sox ahead here. It's going to be off the 4 column. And this is going to be a range check on Robinson. He's a 4 range. And let's see, it looks like he's going to handle it here. Foul territory pop-up, looks playable. Robinson will make the catch against the stands. So the Red Sox cannot take advantage of runners at the corners. And it remains 1-1 after 2. So we head to the top of the third with Mike Edwards to lead it off, followed by the top of the order, Alston and Revering. Mike Edwards comes in hitting 277 with 2 homers and 26 runs batted in. It's going to be off the 4 column of Torrez, and that's going to be a fly ball at the center. Lynch should have this one. Sprints over and makes the catch. So 1 up and 1 down for Oakland. Hobson and Scott are going to play in again for Alston, who doubled his first time up. It's going to be off his 2 column. And that's going to be a fly ball to right. Rice goes after it, races hard, dives, and makes a catch. So a nice play by Jim Rice. Save extra bases there. So 2 down now for Dave Revering. Grounded out his first time out. And he'll draw the walk. Second base on balls given up by Torrez. That brings up Rico Cardi. Drove in Oakland's only run with a sacrifice fly back in the first. And he'll draw a walk, so back-to-back walks with 2 down. As Fisk goes out to talk to Torrez. Goes back behind the plate. So Mitchell Page up now. He grounded out his first time up. And Torrez gets him as Page is way out in front of that off-speed pitch. And that'll do it for the Athletics in the top of the third. 1-1 as we head to the bottom of the third. Brohammer will lead it off. Had a successful sacrifice bunt to get Burleson into scoring position back in the first. And he'll get a base hit, so he finds the hit on the 1 column. And Brohammer is on with a leadoff single. So that brings up Jim Rice. Knocked in Burleson with an RBI single back in the first. And it's going to be off of the 5 column. And that'll be a base hit up the middle. So Rice having a good day. His second hit. And we're going to hold Brohammer there. Only a 1-12 chance. So runners on first and second with nobody out for the captain, Kyle Yastrzemski. He flew out his first time up. Langford looks in for the sign. Looks at the runners. Kicks and delivers. Oh, and he gets away from Langford and hits Yastrzemski on the shoulder. Looks like he'll be all right. But that's going to load the bases with nobody out for Fisk. Fisk grounded out his first time up, so the Red Sox had an excellent opportunity here to take the lead. Oakland is going to play back, trading a run for 2 outs, especially with the catcher batting. So it's going to be out the 4 column, and it'll be a ground ball to Guerrero at short. This will be a range check, and he will get in front of it. And let's see if they go for 2 here. Over to second for 1, back to first, and they do turn the double play. Broker comes in on the back door, so no RBI for Fisk on the double play. But they do get the go-ahead run home. It's 2-1 Boston. Rice moves to third. So Fred Lynn now. He grounded out his first time up. And that's a fly ball to right. Olsen calls for it and makes the catch to end the inning. The Red Sox squeeze out a run, hoping for more with the bases loaded and nobody out, so a minor victory for the Athletics. As the Red Sox only get 1, it's 2-1 as we head to the 4th. So Torrez with the lead now. He'll face Robinson to lead it off in the top of the 4th. He walked against Torres his first time up. And this time he's going to fire a single down the line. Scott tries to backhand it, but can't get to it. Rice throws it back in a second, holding Robinson to a single. So leadoff runner on for the Athletics. Scott and Hobson are going to play it on the grass, expecting Guerrero to bunt, as he bunted his first time up. Lays it down. Torres has it. Only play is the first. So Miss Maggs has a fur ball here. Mr. Brody coming to check. Oh. And we'll be right back. Alrighty, and we are back. So let's see here. What do you have going on? Oh, yeah. So Robinson at second, 1 down for Taylor Duncan. Mr. Brody back. So Taylor Duncan lined out his first time up. So Torres looks at the runner, kicks and delivers. And that'll be a line out to Hobson. Nice stab by Butch. So 1 down now. And let's check out the scores again. White Sox lead the Orioles 2-0. Texas with a lead over Milwaukee. That's good news. 4-1. Milwaukee currently, I believe, is tied for the Yankees for first place. So if Milwaukee loses and New York wins, the Yankees will be in first place all alone. Ogilvy has his 18th home run for Milwaukee. So Yankees way over, bombing Seattle 8-0 now. Figueroa is tossing a shutout. As you saw in the recap of the year so far, Figueroa having a great season so far for the Yankees. So California shutting out Toronto 4-0. Kansas City leads Detroit 1-0. Minnesota edging Cleveland 1-0. And here in Boston, it's 2-1 Red Sox. But Oakland threatening with a runner on second and 2 down for Joe Wallace. He flew out his first time up. And it's going to be a range check on Yastrzemski. He should handle this one. He'll get in front of it. And make the catch for out number 3. So nothing doing for the Athletics, and it remains 2-1 Red Sox as we head to the bottom of the 4th. Scott will lead it off. Strikeout victim, his first time up. And it's a ground ball to Guerrero. Snares it easily and throws to first for out number 1. Butch Hobson singled his first time up. And he takes a call, 3rd strike. So 2 quick outs for the Red Sox in the 4th. Brings up Bob Bailey, who had a rare single against a righty. Of course, that was off of Langford's card. So hopefully we can get off of Langford's card again. So Bailey steps up to the plate. Kicks and delivers. Langford does. And again, it's off this Langford's card. So hoping for an 8 split here. Oh, just misses it. And that'll be a line out to Guerrero. So Bailey is retired to end the inning. So after 4 full, it remains 2-1 Boston. So bottom of the order, Edwards will lead it off for the Athletics. He flew out his first time up. Hobson and Scott playing in on the grass. And that's a ground ball to Burleson. Grabs it, fires the first for out number 1. So Edwards is retired. And we have Burleson, 1 for 2 with a double. He was robbed of extra bases by Rice, who made a great diving catch against him in his last at bat. Let's see, would have 2 doubles by now. It's going to be off the 3 column. And that's a pop out to second. Brohammer calls for it and squeezes it for out number 2. That brings up Dave Revering, 0 for 1 with a walk. It's off the 3 column. And that's hit right back to Torrez. Flips over to Scott. And Oakland goes 1, 2, 3 in the 5th. So halfway through, it's 2-1 Boston. Red Sox looking to get their 4th win in a row. So Rick Burleson up now, 1 for 2 today. He lead it off for the Red Sox in the home half of the 5th. And he gets a good one to hit here. And this one is going to go over the head of Walls, all the way to the wall. It's going to rattle around in the triangle. Burleson's rounding second. He's going to slide into third, and he's safe. So Burleson with a leadoff triple. One of the most exciting plays in baseball is the triple. So nobody out. Burleson at third for Brohammer, and he'll hit away here. He's 1 for 1 with a sacrifice bunt. And it's going to be off the 3 column. And this won't get it done as he pops out to Duncan. Burleson not far off the bag. Gets back easily. So 1 out now for Jim Rice. Jim Rice with a chance to get his 2nd RBI. He's 2 for 2 with a run batted in. And remains perfect, 3 for 3 as Burleson trots home. So Rice will have his 3rd RBI of the day. My 2nd RBI of the day and his 3rd hit. So Rice seems to be coming out of his slump today. So that brings up Yastrzemski, the runner on first and 1 down. He flew out in the first and was hit by a pitch in the 3rd. It's off the 5 column. And that's a big cut by Yaz. And he'll go down on strikes. That'll bring up Fisk. He's grounded out twice. And this one is going to be hit into the corner. Page digs it out of the corner. And Yost is going to be waving around Rice. And it's going to be cut off, holding Fisk to a double. And Rice will come in on the RBI double by Carlton Fisk. So 4-1 now as the Red Sox have plated 2. So Freddie Lynn up now. RBI opportunity for him. Grounded out in the 2nd and flew out in the 3rd. And they're going to intentionally walk Lynn to get to Scott. So runners on first and 2nd, 1 down for the Boomer. He's 0 for 2 so far today. And he lines this one to Guerrero for out number 3. But the Red Sox score 2. And it's Red Sox 4 and Oakland 1 after 5. Torres now has a 3-run lead. We have Rico Cardi. Hit a sacrifice fly in the 1st and walked in the 3rd. And Cardi's going to get a hold of this one. This one is no doubter. Way over everything. Over the Green Monster for home run number 37 on the season. So Cardi continues to knock the cover off the ball this year. And moves the Athletics to within 2. So Fisk goes out to talk to Torrez, tells him to shake it off. Goes back behind the plate. Page up now. He's 0 for 2 today. Grounds this one to Brohammer. Brohammer grabs it, fires to first for out number 1. So it'll be a Bruce Robinson. 1 for 1 with a walk. Hits this one on the nose to center. Then ranges to his right, reaches up, and makes the catch. So 2 down now for Guerrero. Does not have an official at bat. He's successfully bunted twice. And this time he'll get a good one to hit, though. And he'll get his first hit. So a 2-out single for Guerrero. Brings up Taylor Duncan. He's lined out twice. And that's going to be a base hit, so see if Guerrero takes third, and he will. So Athletics have the tying runs on board with 2 down now. For Joe Wallace, he's flown out twice. And Duncan's unable to get a good lead against Torrez. And it's going to be off the 1 column. And it'll be a ground ball to Brohammer. This should do it. Fires over to Scott. So Athletics only get 1 on the solo home run by Rico Cardi, his 37th of the year. And it's now a 4-2 game as we head to the home half of the 6th. So this is likely to be Hobson's last at bat, as we're probably going to remove him and put Brohammer over to third after this inning. So Hobson up now. He's 1 for 2. It's going to be off his 2 column. And that's a fly ball to left. Page should handle this one. And he does for out number 1. So let's check out the scores again. Chicago still leading Baltimore 2-0. Texas increased their lead, destroying Milwaukee now 10-1. Seattle has scratched thrown across now 8-1. As Nettles has hit his 19th home run for the Yankees. California shutting out Toronto 6-0. And Detroit is edging Kansas City 2-1. So if those scores keep up, California will draw a game closer to first in the AL West. So Minnesota edging Cleveland 1-0. Minnesota's a surprise team this year. Not that far behind. So Bob Bailey up now, 1 for 2. Do we want to have him? I think we're going to lift Bailey for a pinch hitter here. He's got his hit for the day. Let's see here. I don't want to put Evans in because I might put him in for Rice defensively, so guess we'll bring in Gary Hancock. Let Hancock come in and pinch it. So Hancock hitting .268 in the season, 4 runs batted in. So Langford kicks and delivers. And Hancock will get himself a pinch hit single. So 1 on and 1 out for the top of the order, Burleson. He's 2 for 3 with a triple. And this will be off the 1 column. And this could be 2. Guerrero fires over to Edwards for 1, back to first. To first, double play. So 6-4-3 double play will end the inning. So we'll head to the top of the 7th with the Red Sox maintaining a 2-run lead. And that's going to be it for Butch Hobson. And we're going to take him out. And we're going to bring... So we're going to switch Brohammer to third. And we're going to put Remy at second. So Remy will bat in Hobson's number 8 hole. And we're not going to bring in Evans just yet. Rice may have another at bat there, so. Alright, so. Ooh, what happened there? I don't think I didn't switch one of the positions, I think. Let's try that again. So Rohammer to third. And Remy. The second must have not hit the second thing. There we go. Much better defense there. Alrighty, so Mike Edwards will lead it off for the Athletics in the top of the 7th. He's 0 for 2 so far today. And that's going to be a range check on Scott. He'll get in front of it. And fire it to Torrez covering. So nice play by Scott for out number 1. So Del Alston up now. He's 1 for 3 with a double. Double back in the first. And that's a called third strike. Only the second strikeout for Torrez today. So 2 outs now with bases empty for Revering. He's 0 for 2 with a walk. And he'll pop this one up. Scott has a beat on it. And makes the catch. So let's check out the trivia question brought to you by Mr. Brody and Miss Mags. So name the player who hit the most home runs in a season for the Baltimore Orioles with 50. I think I know who that is. It's kind of an unsuspecting person, not known as a power hitter. Alrighty, and I'm going to go with Brady Anderson. I believe that's the answer to the trivia question. So lock in your answers if you think it's somebody else or you think it might be him. Here we go. Brady Anderson, 1996. So thank you, Mr. Brody and Miss Mag, for that trivia question. We head to the home half of the 7th. The Red Sox up by 2, 4-2. And Brohammer will lead it off, now playing third. He is 1 for 3 with a single back in the third. And he grounds this one to Edwards. Moves in front of it. Bad bounce, but stays with it and is able to recover and retire Brohammer for out number 1. Jim Rice up now. He's having a perfect day so far. 3 at-bats, 3 singles, and 2 runs batted in. So perfect 3 for 3 on the day. See if he can keep it going here. And we'll see here. A 1 through 6, and he will. No. Revering gets in front of it. And leads Langford perfectly for out number 2. So they get Rice for the first time today. That'll bring up Yastrzemski 0 for 2. As Mr. Brody repositions himself in the co-host seat there. Takes another spin here. Alright. Gets himself settled here. All ready there, Mr. Brody? He's ready. Gives a little snore there. A little. Yastrzemski up now, 0 for 2 on the day. And Page has to play it on a hop, so Yastrzemski's on with a base hit. So 2 out single for Yaz. That'll bring up Fisk. He's got an RBI double, 1 for 3. And that's going to be a fly ball to Wallace. Rainbow shot. Reaches up and makes the catch. So that'll do it for the Red Sox in the 7th. So after 7 full, it's 4-2 Boston. Torrez, pretty good pitch count so far. Only 87 pitches through 7 innings. So he'll pitch another inning. So Cardi up now. He homered his last time up, his 37th of the season. 2 runs batted in. And it's going to be off the 1 column. And Torrez very careful with Carty, walks him. So there is action in the Red Sox pen. As Stanley gets up and starts loosening up. So Torrez did pitch a complete game. Lost it 4-3, but did pitch a complete game. So Page up now 0 for 3. Scott will hold on Carty. Carty not a threat to steal. Ooh, and Page is going to get a hold of one here. And that's going to be a base hit to right. Carty will hold at second. So Zimmer comes out to talk to Torrez. Looks like he's going to leave him in, though. Bruce Robinson 1 for 2 with a walk. Oh, and he'll get a good one hit here. And that's going to be a range check on Lynn. And he'll get in front of it. And make the catch. First out of the 7th. So Lynn makes the catch at the wall. Carty holds at second, though. Didn't want to risk it. Down by 2. So Guerrero up now. He's 1 for 1 officially. Has a couple of sacrifice bunts and a single. It's going to be off his 1 column. And this could be 2. Grounds it to second. Over to Remy for 1. Back to first. 6-4-3 double play. And the Red Sox get out of it with no damage. So we head to the bottom of the 8th. Sweet Caroline. The fans finishing up singing their traditional Fenway 8th inning, bottom of the 8th song. Bum, bum, bum. And here comes Freddie Lynn to lead it off against Langford. Langford back out there for the 8th. Lynn was intentionally walked his last time up, officially 0 for 2. And takes a called 3rd strike there. Lynn not happy with the call. Goes back to the dugout. Brings up George Scott, 0 for 3. And it's going to be a fly ball to Wallace in center. So the Boomer will go 0 for 4 today. So Remy with his first at bat. They're coming in as a defensive replacement. Hitting .293 on the season with 2 homers and 37 runs batted in. And he'll line one out to Guerrero for out number 3. So the Red Sox go in order in the 8th. And we head to the top of the 9th. Torrez back out there. Looks like he's going to try to finish it out here and get the complete game. So Duncan will lead it off. Be a 7, 8, 9 hitters for the Athletics. He singled off Torrez his last time up 1 for 3. And Tim Hosley is going to come to pinch hit. Hosley getting his first at-bat of the season. In 23 at-bats in the actual season, he hit .304 with 3 runs batted in. It's going to be off the 2 column. And that will be a called 3rd strike. So Hosley is retired for out number 1. So let's look at some finals here. Chicago held on to beat Baltimore 3-2. As future Red Sox pitching coach Joe Kerrigan takes the loss. Texas destroyed Milwaukee 11-2, as did the Yankees destroy Seattle 10-1. So if these scores hold up, the Yankees will be in first, and I believe the Red Sox will be, I think, still a game and a half out. So Figueroa is 18-5 now on the season. Colburn drops to 2-10. So California beat Toronto 7-3. Don Baylor hits his 41st home run. So I think he's got the home run lead. He's 2 ahead of Rice? No, I think he's more than that. I think he's 4 ahead of Rice now. So Kansas City edged out. Oh, Kansas City comes back to beat Detroit, so California can't gain any ground there, as Amos Otis hit his 26th home run for the Royals. And Cleveland edged up Minnesota 2-1. So Joel Wallace up now with the 1 down and the base is empty. 0 for 3 on the day. And that'll be a strikeout. So the Athletics are down to the last out. Mike Edwards 0 for 3. Let's see if they pinch hit for him. Nope, they'll let him hit. And it's going to be off towards the 6th column. And that's going to be a fly ball to center. This should do it. Laney will get in front of it. And we'll squeeze it for out number 3. And the Red Sox and Mike Torrez has come away victorious 4-2. And the Red Sox have now won 4 games in a row. So the hitting star Jim Rice 3 for 4. So let's check out the box score. Alright, so let's see here. So Mike Torrez gets his 15th win of the season, matching his total for the so far this in the season. He's 15-8 after a loss. He's 15-6 now in the season so far. Pitches a complete game like he did. This time he only let up 6 hits. He let up 11 hits in the actual game with 4 runs. Only 3 of them were earned. This time he let up 2 runs, both of them earned. 4 walks and 4 strikeouts. So his ERA now is 3.09. So Langford pitches a complete game, pitches 8 innings, allows 11 hits, 4 runs, all of them earned. So they kind of traded positions here. Langford only pitched 6 innings in the actual game, getting the victory to prove to 7-10. So with the loss now, he's 10-9 in the replay. So 1 walk and 4 strikeouts. ERA goes up to now 2.83. So for the Red Sox, Rick Burleson 2 for 4 with 2 runs scored. Jack Brohammer 1 for 3 with a run scored. Jim Rice, the hitting star of the day, like we said, 3 for 4 with a run scored and 2 runs batted in. Yastrzemski 1 for 3. Carl Yastrzemski Yastrzemski 1 for 3. Carlin Fisk 1 for 4 with an RBI. Freddie Lynn 0 for 3. George Scott 0 for 4. Hobson was 1 for 3. Jerry Remy 0 for 1. Bob Bailey was 1 for 2. And Gary Hancock had a pinch hit single 1 for 1. So, player of the game, definitely Mike Torrez. I think no doubter on that one. Pitched a complete game, 6-hitter, allowing just 2 runs and getting his 15th win of the season. So let's check out the standings now. Bring Mr. Brody over here. Mr. Brody sawing some wood over there. Whoop. Where did our... There we go. All right. All right, so Red Sox maintain 1.5 games behind the league leader, who is now the Yankees in sole possession of first place. Their arch nemesis there, Milwaukee, drops to a game out. So very tight race in the AL East. California remains 4 games behind the Royals in the West, with Texas 4.5. So tight race all around, especially in the AL East. So we'll be back for Game 3 against the Athletics on Sunday afternoon, September 3rd. And we'll check out the pitching matchups. It looks like it's going to be... Jim Wright is going to get a start. Probably one of his last starts of the season. So Jim Wright against the future Red Sox Steve Rinko. And both those pitchers did not last long in the actual game. And so the Red Sox do gain another game as they did beat the Athletics today. And they lost the actual game. And the Red Sox would win this game quite handily, 11-6. The next game on Sunday, September 3rd. So The Red Sox now currently are just 4 games behind their pace, so they're slowly catching up to where they should be. Milwaukee coming back down to earth now. There's 4 games ahead of their pace. And the Yankees just 3 games ahead of their pace. So records are starting to even out here. So hopefully the Red Sox can get back in the first before long as they win their 4th in a row. So the Yankees, let's see what they've won 2 in a row. And Milwaukee has now lost 3 in a row. So thank you for joining me and my co-host Mr. Brody and Miss Mags. So we'll see you probably sooner rather than later as we go on to play game number 135 of the season, this being game number 134. So take care and God bless, and we'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye now.